Greetings, Black Cannabis family, and welcome to the hub of diversity in cannabis, Black Cannabis 365. Thank you for tuning in via our website, black-cannabis.com. But please make sure that you share and follow what we're doing on the other social media platforms because we'd like to give you a bit of a mix. Well, today we're going to be chatting with Dr. Oludare, and Dr. O, I'll be referring to him, or Dare. He has a PhD in biochemistry, and he's also the founder and CEO of Valera Therapeutics. We're going to be talking about that, but also the impact of cannabis on our day-to-day lives, but also on the lives of some of the folks that we look up to. And we're going to be talking about a project that he is working on, a partnership regarding professional athletes and some toothpaste. So we got some different things that are going to be talking in this segment, but most importantly, as always, make sure you grab a writing utensil, stimulate your mind, and make sure that you reach out to our guests because there's some amazing human beings who are advocates for the cannabis plant, and we also want you to advocate for the cannabis plant. So without any further ado, Dr. Oludare, welcome to Black Cannabis
Thank,
365, sir.
thank you so much, Jacque. And it's a pleasure to be here. I am honored and I'm very happy to be your guest today.
Awesome. That's great to hear that as well. And likewise to have you on. When we were thinking about or talking about the interview during the pre-interview segment in time, I was thinking about you're this doctor. You've put this time in. You've done this work. You're in a position of authority. People come to you to seek information and knowledge about what your specialty is, and even still, we have people who are still scared of this wonderful, wonderful plant. So I want to start right there, Dr. O, and just have you talk about your personal opinion about this plant and a little bit about your background as well.
Thank you. Thank you for that question because I usually try to answer this by just giving this quick story. The first time I told my mother that I was severing out of my six-figure traditional pharmaceutical job to join a group at risk for a license, one of the first licenses in the state of Pennsylvania in 2016. My mom, who is a traditional Nigerian mother, God bless her heart, who is a traditional Baptist, who is an educator, and of course, who is a Black woman, put her hands on her head. For anybody who understands that, you know that when a Nigerian mom puts her hands on her head, that means that literally my son has lost his mind. Um, my mom thought I had lost my mind, and I don't blame her. Like many mothers, like many fathers, like many Black families, minority families, when you hear marijuana, when you hear cannabis, you think prison, you think the brokenness of our family structure, which is the unit of our culture and our community. And you think about literally, what are you doing, son?
Mm.
And it took time for me to sit down and help my mom understand that, Mom, cannabis saved my life. And that was my entry to cannabis. I had a personal life-saving experience, struggle with insomnia, for which cannabis did help when the traditional pharmacology failed me. And I remember as a scientist saying to my friends then, somebody needs to help me unlearn what I just learned. So, from an academic perspective, I had the opportunity to evaluate the efficacy in my own life. But from a family structure, I want to say and invite our community to look at people like me, look at people like Dr. Shanda Macias, look like people like you, look like people like Philip, and look at others. We are hopefully you see us as responsible friends, fathers, husbands, mothers, and members of this great Black minority community, and see that if we would not put ourselves and our families at risk, We're asking you to join us. Let's create critical mass. We're really working on destigmatizing cannabis without, and we don't want to be insensitive to the history, but I think we can do both. Our history is such that the pain has really broken a bunch of our families, but also in repairing that history, we're going to need all of us to work through that pain together, understand the regulations, what obtains now, how we're seeking to fix what has happened in a very small way, because we can't fix the past, but we can certainly work towards the future. So, Jacques, I hope that anyone who's listening to this would look at and ask questions, air that pain, ask people like Jacques. Let us give you examples. Let us share with you some of the things that would hopefully start to give you the confidence that you need to enter into this space, both for help, for healing, but also for economic breakthrough and the elevation of our consciousness for the future.